You don't recycle. Not you, not you, and especially not you. No, it's not true. I do recycle. I've got the green thing, I've got the blue thing, I've got the gray thing. I even flattened my cans first. Don't tell me I don't recycle. I recycle like a good recycler. Sorting stuff is not recycling. You don't recycle. Your local trash service doesn't recycle. The aluminum can recycling center doesn't recycle. All they and all you do is sort the trash and pass it on to someplace else. Often it used to be to China where it finally got recycled, or maybe not. The all-knowing, all-seeing Wikipedia defines recycling as not sorting, no. The process of converting waste materials into new materials and objects, or for those of us not quite so scientifically inclined, making new stuff from garbage. That's the hard part. A 5-year-old can sort it, and I know yours did when he was 3, right? Converting it to something new seems to be quite different from what we had been led to believe over the years. Now, I'm going to stop right now and say that if all you put in the blue can is aluminum cans and the proper recyclable bottles, then your stuff has a much better chance of quickly getting recycled compared to, say, everything else you actually put into the blue bins. That has a better chance of getting burned in some Indonesian village than it does of getting recycled into, say, Amazon.com boxes. So now China has decided it no longer will take our trash. NPR summarized it with, last year, that being 2018, the Chinese government dropped a bombshell on the world recycling business. It cut back almost all imports of trash, and now a lot of that plastic gets shipped to other countries that don't have the capacity to recycle it or dispose of it safely. Thank you, National Public Radio. Now back to my normal voice. That has caused panic for those whose bread and butter is your old trash. Whereas you used to be able to sell your sorted trash for money, now the trend is towards paying someone to take it from you, if you can even find that someone. China had good reason for shutting off the world's trash pipeline. It turns out that no matter how many entities sort the contents of your blue bins, most of it is at the end trash, garbage, rubbish, unsuitable for any sort of recycling. When I first saw the news headlines recently about our fairly useless recycling system, it reminded me of an article I read when I was working in Sacramento in the early 90s, almost 30 years ago. It seemed there was a large warehouse in West Sacramento full of old newspapers that no one would buy. Not too many decades ago, gathering up old newspapers for sale as scrap was the only recycling game in town. Boy Scout troops would canvass neighborhoods and fill pickup trucks sky high with bundles of newspapers. Then apparently it became worthless. But that seems to be the pattern. Look at what happened in World War II. I just say what I heard was that the big patriotic scrap drives of the war ended up bringing in a whole lot more than was needed of certain materials. But it was such a good way of getting civilians to be part of the war effort that no one wanted to tell them, stop, your trash is no good. Your trash is garbage, it's trash. But enough of that trash talk. Krusty Bob, over and out.